because Hansi Flick was only waiting for Barcelona when he had possibilities to have interviews and meetings with English clubs. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here, as always, to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, we have the breaking news, and it's about Xavi, Hansi Flick, Barcelona, also something to add on Chelsea, Man United. Let's jump into it together. So guys, many things happening for the managers, but the big bomb of the day is again coming from Barcelona, because just almost 2 weeks after the official statement from Barcelona confirming that Xavi Hernandez was going to stay as their head coach, the official communication, not just on the media, but also what they did in public with Xavi himself in a press conference together with the president Laporta, with the directors, all together announcing that Xavi was going to stay at the club. Today, he has been fired. We are on Friday and Xavi Hernandez is no longer Barcelona manager. The decision has been made by the president, Juan Laporta. Laporta has been convinced of this after some things happened behind the scenes. First of all, on the technical point of view, Laporta was not happy with some decisions made by Xavi. For example, what happened with Vitor Roque, for him was unacceptable to see a player they paid more than 30 million euros plus big add-ons, so a big investment for Barcelona, always on the bench, never getting an opportunity. Even now that the La Liga is almost over, Vitor Roque was almost never playing, and so Laporta was not happy with that. But also crucial, as I told you, the press conference between Almeria and Barcelona before the game between Almeria and Barcelona was a press conference when Xavi Hernandez was really honest in explaining his feeling on Barcelona moment, on Barcelona project, on Barcelona future, the economical and financial discussions of situation of Barca, and the discussion around that was quite tense because Xavi said that the situation was still complicated for Barcelona on the financial point of view. Laporta wanted a completely different communication, not just for that press conference, but for the entire next season. Not to say fake things, but just to bring some positive atmosphere around the team, the squad, the club, the fans. He didn't want Xavi Hernandez to go public and say that kind of things about the financial situation and the club in general. And also, he was not happy with the management of Vitor Roque. He was not happy with several things in terms of communication by Xavi Hernandez. He was thinking of something completely different when they agreed on that in the meeting before they announced that Xavi Hernandez was going to stay at the club. So the tension between Laporta and Xavi was really big in the recent weeks. This is why Laporta was not at the game with Almeria. So the situation was really complicated, and Laporta had two options on the table since day one, already since February, March, when Xavi Hernandez announced that he was going to leave Barcelona. Barca only considered two managers, Hansi Flick and Rafa Márquez. The internal solution with Rafa Márquez, really highly rated at the club, but with no experience as head coach of a top club like Barcelona, and Hansi Flick with big experience in a top club, because at Bayern he did something historical, winning titles, and then he was also the manager of the German national team. Was not a lucky one for him, but what he did with Bayern remains something really special. And so Juan Laporta, Barcelona president, has made his decision already days ago, and the decision is Hansi Flick, the German manager, will be new Barcelona coach. Let me say, really guys, that Hansi Flick wanted this job in a crazy way, in positive, I mean, of course, because Hansi Flick was only waiting for Barcelona when he had possibilities to have interviews and meetings with English clubs in the recent months, with different clubs, not only the clubs we are mentioning today, but also other clubs. Before they appointed other coaches were considering Hansi Flick as an opportunity. Flick never had any conversation. The only possibilities he had were with Bayern. Obviously, he's still really fair with Bayern, really in very good relationship with them. He's German, so obviously Bayern was a different topic. But for example, with Premier League clubs, he was never entertaining any conversation because his obsession, his dream was Barcelona job. Hansi Flick believes that Barcelona is an incredible club, a super top club, a fantastic place to be, a fantastic club to make something historical, and also he wants to bring back some positive atmosphere around the club. He believes that the quality of the players is really huge there. He likes to play with young players too, and so the mix with La Masia could be really a factor. And so Hansi Flick really wanted this job. Now the agreement between Hansi Flick and Barcelona is done. Juan Laporta has been working on that with Deco for weeks, and now we can say that Hansi Flick will be new Barca manager. Is a here we go for Hansi Flick, who will have a big opportunity for his future to train abroad, to have the opportunity to go to Barcelona and to fulfill his dream, because he was really pushing and pushing for this possibility. He was really dreaming of this possibility. And now Hansi Flick is scheduling the next steps of his travel to Barcelona to sign the contract, become the new manager, make a first impact with the squad, and then we will see how this will impact the market for Barca, because for sure now for Vitor Roque will be a completely different situation. New manager and also the opportunity to be an important player for Barcelona after he spent basically 6 months on the bench. So that point of Vitor Roque will be really important with the president, but the feeling at Barcelona is that with Hansi Flick, and they already discussed that, Hansi Flick and Barca board, that Vitor Roque could be a completely different topic now with the new manager. Also, not just Vitor Roque, Guido Rodriguez has a verbal agreement with Barca, 2-year contract with 1-year option to join them as a free agent from Betis, but that was not signed. That was verbally agreed, as I told you. Now Barca have to decide with Hansi Flick what they want to do, and Guido can decide what he wants to do, because Xavi was really pushing on that one. So, will Barca proceed with Guido or not? We will see, but for sure the situation of Guido is one to watch. The feeling of those close to Barcelona is that they will still proceed with Guido Rodriguez deal, but Hansi Flick will be involved in the decision to proceed also with signings, with new targets, and with all the stuff they will touch at Barcelona in the summer transfer window. And then, guys, also the contract extensions, for example. Sergi Roberto agreed a new contract with Barcelona for 1 more season. He's everything ready, just waiting to sign the contract, now waiting for the final validation from the club and from the manager to proceed with Sergi Roberto staying at Barca. But again, now there is Hansi Flick, and so for Barca, important moment for decisions. In terms of managers, guys, let me mention once again what I'm telling you on the channel on Erik ten Hag. Manchester United will wait for the final, obviously, will give Erik ten Hag the opportunity of the final, but in general, the possibility of saying Manchester United and Erik ten Hag to part ways after the final remains concrete. It's true that Manchester United now started discussing internally options to replace Ten Hag in case they will part ways after the final, and also Manchester United started to make some contact with agents of managers to be ready in case they fire Erik ten Hag. So after the final, they will make a final decision on Erik ten Hag, but they are already preparing in case Ten Hag will be fired. So Ten Hag will be absolutely one to watch after Xavi, after Pochettino, and after all the situations we see in the managers market in the recent days. Let me say also that Chelsea keep going with their manager search. We will keep you posted. I'm receiving many questions on Maresca. Guys, Maresca is super open to joining Chelsea, super keen on joining Chelsea, so it's a concrete possibility, Enzo Maresca, for Chelsea. But it's not the only one. Thomas Frank remains there, McKenna remains there. It's true that there is also another candidate in the list of Chelsea, so they are still discussing all the possibilities, but Maresca is keen on that. Maresca said no to Sevilla, he wants to work in the Premier League, Leicester or any other club. Enzo Maresca wants to stay in England, and he has a release clause. It's around 10 million euros, so that's the value of the clause. And then finally, guys, let me mention also that Vincent Kompany and Bayern is really imminent. The negotiation Bayern-Barley is now going very well and fast to the final stages. And so, guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. Barca bomb. Are you Xavi, Flick? Do you agree with the club or not? Let me know your opinion on Barca, on Vincent Kompany to Bayern, on Chelsea managerial search, and also Ten Hag. In or out? What's your opinion? Here in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.